Hush now, sugar. Let me tell you about a woman who could stitch sunlight into cloth and attitude into every seam. Miss Glory Mae Simmons, hat queen of Briarback Mountain, met her match one rainy spring, or so the sky thought, the day Miss Glory Mae outsmarted the rain. Up in the Briarback Mountains, where the clouds sit low enough to eavesdrop and the air tastes like wet pine, lived Miss Glory Mae Simmons, the finest seamstress for 3 counties and the proud owner of more Sunday hats than the church choir combined. Glory Mae was a widow, but she wasn't lonely. She had her 2 nieces, Ruthie and Calla, living with her. Sharp-eyed girls who adored their aunt but knew one thing for certain. When Glory Mae got stubborn, the weather itself had to step aside. One spring, Glory Mae crafted a masterpiece, a wide-brimmed butter-yellow hat trimmed with hand-stitched magnolias. It was meant for the church's homecoming Sunday, and she'd been working on it for weeks. But the week before homecoming, the sky opened up and refused to close. Rain every day. Rain in sheets, rain in whispers. Rain that drummed on the roof like it had something to prove. Glory Mae stood at the window, arms crossed. "That rain better get itself together," she muttered. "I did not stitch this hat for it to drown." Ruthie and Calla exchanged a look. "Lord," Calla whispered, "she's about to fight the weather." The next morning, Glory Mae marched outside with her hat box under one arm and a broom under the other. Ruthie called after her, "Auntie, where you going?" "To talk sense into that sky," Glory Mae said, as if this were a perfectly normal sentence. She stood in the yard, broom planted like a staff, and glared up at the clouds. "Now listen here," she said. "I got a hat that needs sunlight. I got a Sunday that needs shining. And I am not about to let some moody sky ruin my work." The clouds, being clouds, did not respond. Instead, they rumbled, low and unimpressed. Ruthie whispered, "Auntie, maybe we should go inside." Glory Mae waved her off. "I ain't scared of a little thunder. I raised 2 of y'all." By midday, half the mountain knew Glory Mae was negotiating with the weather. Folks peeked from porches, chuckling. Old Man Roper hollered, "Glory Mae, you can't out-talk the rain." She hollered back, "I out-talked you last Christmas, didn't I?" The rain eased for a moment, just long enough for Glory Mae to smirk. "See? Even the sky knows when it's been corrected." But then the clouds gathered themselves and let loose twice as hard. That evening, Ruthie and Calla sat at the kitchen table, watching their aunt pace. "I refuse," Glory Mae said. "I refuse to let that rain win." Calla leaned in. "Auntie, what if the rain ain't the enemy?" Ruthie nodded. "What if we just work with it?" Glory Mae paused. "Explain." The girls shared a grin, the kind that meant they were about to save the day. The next morning, while Glory Mae was busy lecturing the clouds again, Ruthie and Calla got to work. They built a clear oilcloth canopy, light, sturdy, and big enough to cover Glory Mae from head to toe. They stitched the edges tight, added a little shoulder strap, and tested it in the yard. When Glory Mae came back inside, damp but determined, the girls presented their creation. "Auntie," Ruthie said, "you don't have to beat the rain. You just have to outsmart it." Glory Mae blinked. Then she smiled, slow, proud, and full of love. "Well," she said, "I do believe I raised geniuses." Come Sunday morning, the rain was still falling, but Glory Mae stepped out of the house wearing her butter-yellow hat under the girls' clear canopy. She looked like a queen in her own parade. Folks at church gasped, then cheered. Even Pastor Willis said, "Sister Glory Mae, you done brought sunshine to the rain." Glory Mae lifted her chin. "I didn't outsmart the weather. My girls did." Ruthie and Caleb beamed, and the rain, well, it kept falling, but it didn't touch that hat. Not one drop. 'Cause in this life, storms gon' storm. But with good people beside you and a little clever stitching, even the rain can't steal what's meant for you.